Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty from the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit, and it's Facebook Live. Friday mornings, we try to tell you about the latest information about what's going on in our world of Bernina. And I thought I would start off with letting you know today is your last day. It is the last day to take advantage of the amazing sales we've got on at National Overlocker Month. And we really do have some wonderful deals for you. If you're looking for an air threader because you think a serger might be too difficult to thread, we've got a beautiful little Bernina 64. That little guy, he is just a great serger. If you're a quilter, this might be the answer for you because, you know, sometimes we go and we start making some things, we start having some fraying happening. That serger is going to be able to finish those edges beautifully. If you like to make bags, this might be a really good solution for getting some nice finishes that you weren't able to get before with just your regular sewing machine, at least easily. The really lovely thing about sergers and overlockers and sergers and cover stitch machines is that they help us do finishing work much faster than what we're used to. I mean, I love my sewing machine, don't get me wrong, it's the most wonderful thing, my Bernina 880, I love my machine, but what I can do on a serger and what I can do on a cover stitch machine is just for a really different function. And I wanted to show you something because I thought you would find it interesting. Dave and I think we've told you we're going to get married. He's the one holding the camera, so you can't see him right now. But we're getting married, and then the week after that, we're going to go to Yellowstone. Well, I'm anticipating that Yellowstone still in the middle of May is not going to be that warm, at least in areas. I mean, I think that there are different elevations, so some of it will be warm and some of it won't. And I thought, well, we have this beautiful French terry in the shop, and I've been just coveting it. And so I decided I was going to make myself a cute little sweatshirt. And this is a perfect layering piece for me. So what I did was I took Pamela's patterns that we carry and I made up the basic version of her swing tee. And so this is the swing t-shirt. Then what I did was I added a little band of this really pretty navy and white stripe onto the end. Now, most of the time doing something like this would take a lot of time on my sewing machine, but I was able to create this all on the L890 in almost no time at all. Look at how wide this serging is. I have never had this wide of serging ever before, and the L890 has given me that ability. It also has a chain stitch, so I was able to get this beautiful little straight stitch done, and it just came out so nice. Then what I did was I took and measured the opening of the neck, and then I just took a straight piece of fabric and folded it in half, and I was able to serge it onto here. And I used the 3-thread super stretch stitch, and then I used my cover stitch chain stitch to go ahead and top stitch that on here. Now, why would I have used this machine rather than using my regular sewing machine? Well, the reason that I did that is because the chain stitch has stretch. And look at that. I can stretch this and I'm not going to have any broken stitches, no popping or anything else. And everything moves and stretches. So it's really, really going to be comfortable. And look how cute that's going to be. Now, I threw this up over my shoulder because I still have a little band I'm going to put on the bottom. And I decided, I originally was going to do it wide, like this one. And I decided that, no, I think I'm going to go more with this width and put that on there. But if you guys have any thoughts, if you think the wider width would look better, or if you think the skinnier one will look, I'm up for options here. But boy, it just feels really good. It's draping really pretty. I'm very excited I'm going to be able to wear this. I was really just so pleased to be able to do something like this. And you know what's really cool? I was thinking about this. I've got customers who come in a lot of times and they're either taller gals or maybe they just want something longer. The way something was made, they just want it longer. Well, you know, this cover stitch in the 0890 gives me the ability, I could just take another fabric, I can fold it in half, make it the same width as what that bottom edge of that t-shirt or sweatshirt is, and I can add 2 or 3 inches in length in no time at all. So think about that. All the clothes you've got sitting at home and you've got things and you're thinking, well, I would wear that if it were a little longer, maybe if it was a little shorter, but I'm worried it won't come out looking nice. This machine, I swear, you cannot do any wrong with it. It is just so easy to use and it's been so wonderful. And by the way, that top, continuously, if I were just working on it continuously, I don't think I've even got 2 hours in it. So it doesn't take long to do. We're going to be offering some knit classes over here over the summer. So if you've already purchased your overlocker serger or you have a cover stitch machine and you think you would like to take some classes, we're definitely going to be offering a few things about knits this summer. But I want to remind you about 2 things right now. So next week is the week. Next week we are going to have the great giveaway. Every day we're going to be giving away stuff in the shop. And this is all in celebration of Dave and I getting married. Our sales rep, Mark Jacobs, who's just a wonderful guy, he contacted like all the people we buy stuff from on a regular basis, and they all sent us presents. But these presents are really for you guys, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So each day we're going to have things we're giving away in the shop, but next Friday, whatever we have, we're going to keep some nice stuff set aside. So make sure you tell all your friends and everybody that you know to watch us next week on Facebook Live, and we're going to be giving away some really fun things. So May 1st is Saturday, and we have a new sale starting up. You know how that goes. Each month there's something going on. So this sale, though, is for those of you who have been looking at and thinking about either an 880 or a 790. I have an amazing deal for you right now. So we're going to head over to this beautiful 880. So we have an 880 here. So you get to purchase this machine, and along with the machine, you get to choose a free gift. Your free gift can be a 480. It could be software for your machine, and that's a pretty sweet deal. Or it can be an L460 serger. So if you've been thinking that you want to up your game to a beautiful 790 or an 880, right now the month of May is your month. And you know, sometimes what I hear from some people is, well, maybe I don't want one of those 3 things. Why you wouldn't want that embroidery software, I don't know. But if you chose not to do that, you know, you're dealing with me. I can make you a different deal. I'm happy to do that. So maybe we can do something like half price on a cabinet for your machine. We've got these amazing horn cabinets. Where's the one I'm looking for? The one I'm looking for is actually over there. So I can't show it to you right now, but we've got some amazing horn cabinets. They're on our website. Even if we don't have one in stock, there's 2 really gorgeous ones, and they're just beautiful and perfect for setting up your embroidery unit. You can have a hooping station. You can have all the things you need to really set yourself up. Get yourself an 880 or a 790 and get yourself a cabinet. Or if you are looking at, again, you can choose one of the free groups. So the 480, if you're wondering what that looks like, here you go. Here's your 480 perfect workshop machine. The nice thing about this is it's got the 9mm width, and so it's just perfect to go ahead and take to any kind of workshops. It's not as heavy as your 880 or your 790. You've got a choice of, do you want to go ahead? Right now, that 460 is still on sale. That sale ends today, but you could end up with this for free if you got a 790 or an 880. And don't forget, you've got the possibility of getting this wonderful software. And this software usually retails for $2,500. So that is an amazing deal. Now, I don't know, did you get a really pretty picture of the 790? The nice thing about the 790 is it's got the traditional bobbin case in it. So if you're not sure you want to learn the new bobbin system with an 880, we've got two 790s in stock right now, and we would love to help you get into that. You know, when you buy a machine from us, you don't just get to buy a machine. You get your mastery lessons, you get your mastery lessons, we will always help you. If you're having any kind of problem with your machine, if you're not sure how to do something, just call us, make an appointment, and we will be happy to sit down and work through what you're struggling with. We are happy to do that. So I just want you to know that if this is something you've been dreaming about, and I don't know if Nancy Likens is watching this, but she told me one time she was dreaming about this machine. So if you're thinking about it like our customer Nancy, who's just absolutely a sweetheart, she got one of those L890s, and she said she has been having so much fun sewing on that. And our other customer, Robin, she was in here yesterday buying a couple new feet for her L890, and she has been so excited about it. She even got a couple of patterns. She's getting ready to start doing some work on it. We are here to help support you and help you figure out how to get the best out of these machines. We love our Berninas, and we use them every day. So this isn't like brand new stuff for us. I will tell you, I'm not the expert on the embroidery. We have Alice for that. So we do have someone who can help with embroidery. We have someone here who's a quilter who can help you, and that's our Miss Denise, who does our granny sampler every week. Did you know that we do that every week? Or I should say every other week. Excuse me, I misspoke. So every other week, we have been doing a sew-along. It's on YouTube. And the sew-along is working through all the blocks of the Granny Sampler, 1930 Sampler. This is a book by Ricky Timms. Even if you didn't read the Lizzie Albright book, you might want to get the sampler book because it goes through 42 different blocks. It has the directions for the blocks, it has the patterns for the blocks, and every other week, Denise has been going through them, and I think we're on block number 14 right now. And if you sign up for our email list, you will get notification on that. Every other Wednesday, we notify you that that new YouTube has dropped, and so we do that. I also usually leave that as something only our email list can watch for the first week, and then the second week I make it public so anybody can watch it. But if you haven't gone on to our YouTube channel, you might want to do that. We have things in there about the Bernina sewing machines, like threading them, how to thread them. It was funny, one of our customers the other day, she sent me an email and said she was having some problems with her threading. And I asked her if she had watched my video on threading her Bernina, and she hadn't. And so she watched it and she said, you know, I hadn't thought about it, but I think I had been doing a couple things wrong. So if you have a Bernina sewing machine and you've had any problems with your threading, you may want to go on our YouTube channel and watch that. I try to go through it pretty thoroughly so that you really can see all the details and you can see the information so that, you know, Bernina does a really amazing job with their education. But sometimes I feel like their videos leave out a few little details that make things a bit easier for you. And I try to make sure we film those and get those in and we cover those. I don't know if you have watched any of them, but I've been told by quite a few people they've really helped. So if you're having any problems with cleaning your machine, if you're having any problems with, how to do the threading for your regular sewing machine, those are all on there. We've got some videos about the L890. We've got a video on the Bernina 64. Those are air threading sergers, and you might want to watch those also. Again, today's our last day on selling those machines. If, for instance, you realize, I am not going to be able to make it in today, Margaret, but I really do want to buy that serger, call us. We'll sell it to you and lock you in on the sale price. Just give us a call. We'll go ahead and make sure you get that purchase made, and we'll hold it here until you can pick it up. All that can be worked out. Do not hesitate. And if you didn't know it, there is a specific cabinet that you can get for both the L850 and the L890. And you can put your sergers right in there. They have the, we have the automatic motor that the machine can go up and down, so it can be the perfect height for you. It's got storage for you. I mean, these are really nice machines, and they are going to really help your sewing look more professional, make it easier. Don't you want to have it easier? Easier is like the best. So if you're thinking that you're not sure still about that serger, come on in today. We'll be happy to demonstrate it for you, and we would love to see you. We've missed you. We want to see you. And don't forget, next week is the big giveaway. So come in sometime next week. Who knows? You might be one of the lucky people and get something that we're giving away. And we really would love seeing you. So everybody, I'm going to be on here tomorrow morning at 9:30. We're going to talk about fabric and patterns. We just got some new stuff in from Robert Kaufman, so I haven't even opened up the boxes, so I can't even tell you what it is yet. But it's going to be fun, and we're going to have it to show you, and we'll show you the patterns that'll work with it and things that do. It's been so much fun talking to some of our customers recently. Some of them have been saying things like, well, I haven't made clothes in a really long time, but I'm thinking that I'd like to make some clothes. We have some patterns that are wonderful. They're kind of like the type of thing that you could be really artistic with. I tell the people often that I look at these patterns a lot of times and I think I could put a new seam in it here. I could add an applique there. They're just perfect for me to be really creative with my sewing. And they're easy to fit, and they don't take a lot of time, and it's a lot quicker than a quilt. And I love quilting, but they are quicker than making quilts a lot of times, so I like that too. We always are here to help you with fitting and techniques and things like that. Don't hesitate to message us or email us. Our email is info@universityofsewing.com, and our website is universityofsewing.com. There's a lot of new things on there. Go on and see what we've got, and we're going to be really thrilled to see you this next week. I hope that you'll stop by and say hello, and everybody have a great Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30.